The market. There are two types of market: mass markets and niche markets. So what are they? Well, let's start with mass markets. Mass markets are characterized by the following. They are aimed at the general population, typically with a generic product. These products will be produced en masse and at large scale, meaning that they have the potential for significant or large sales revenue. So far that sounds great, but in order to succeed, because it's a mass market, they will face competition. So they will need to be competitive on price and quality, and products will often need to be supported with good promotion in order to drive differentiation from other market players. Mass markets means that production can be scaled so that unit costs will fall, for example, product becoming cheaper to make through a thing called economies of scale. Now, these products tend to be straightforward and for everyone, so everyone is equally targeted. And within the large market, there is a potential for large volumes and very high revenues as a result. With large volumes and high revenues, many of the market players will be able, if they are successful, to drive profits, which in turn can be invested for research and development purposes to improve the product so that the product evolves in line with technology, for example, and almost certainly to make it more cost effective. However, it is not plain sailing. Mass markets attract lots of competition, and so market players must maintain quality, manage costs, and differentiate through marketing, which can be very expensive. Now moving on. Niche markets are smaller markets. They are a subset of a main market, typically addressing specialist needs. There's less competition, but only a limited number of potential customers to aim at. So businesses will need to compete on quality and customize their solutions to meet specific client needs. With low volumes, niche market players will need high profit margins. They will need to charge a premium price and target specific customers who have specific needs. With lower volumes, it's likely they will need flexible production which can follow demand in terms of both volumes and also trends. But risks are higher with lower volumes and lower potential market demand, which may not be constant. Now let's turn to dynamic markets. Dynamic markets are markets that are subject to rapid or continuous changes. They are dynamic, they change regularly. Now, in order to succeed, businesses operating in dynamic markets need to understand the changing nature of that market and must adapt in order to remain competitive and to survive. So how do they adapt in a dynamic market? Well, first of all, dynamic market players need to be flexible in the way the business operates. Secondly, they need market research so that they better understand how the market works today and how the market will work tomorrow. Thirdly, they will need to invest in new technology and people and products in order to ensure that they stay competitive in the market where they are operating. And finally, underpinning all of this is a process of continuous improvement, where processes, people, products, and technology continuously improve and evolve to keep the product ahead of its competitors. And here, innovation is key. The first mover gains the advantage, and in order to stay ahead, companies and market players will need to keep ahead of the competition and keep ahead of the market and influence the customers to buy their products, all of which will drive greater profits. So let's talk about market size and market share. Now, market size is very simple. It's the volume of sales, for example, the total quantity sold by all businesses in that market, multiplied by the value, the total amount of consumers spend on the product. And market share is the proportion, i.e. the percentage of a market that is taken by a business.